Welcome to the Guardianly podcast. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Lila. At Guardianly, we're on a mission to modernize the phone call experience, to make it safer, smarter, and more productive. A big part of that mission is protecting you from the growing crisis of scam and spam calls that target millions of people every day.
Technology alone isn't enough. Education is just as important. That's why we share real scam stories with lessons you can use to protect yourself and your loved ones.
Today's story is one of the most disturbing scams we've covered so far. A virtual kidnapping, where scammers convince a victim that they're under criminal investigation, isolate them from family, and then use staged hostage videos to extort ransom from their loved ones.
So let's walk through what happened.
This case comes from Burnaby, British Columbia, and according to reporting by Global News, it's part of a pattern targeting international students, especially those from China who may fear losing their visa or facing legal trouble back home.
Here's how it began. The scammers called a young Chinese international student, claiming to be police officers from China. Not from Canada, from China. They told him he was the subject of an investigation, serious allegations, legal trouble, and that if he didn't cooperate, the consequences would be severe.
And for an 18 or 19-year-old far from home, that kind of threat carries enormous weight. So he did what many frightened students might do. He complied. Over the course of several weeks, the scammers manipulated him deeper and deeper into their trap. They convinced him he had to follow their instructions to clear his name.
And their instructions were brutal. They told him to record hostage-style videos, the kind you might see in a real kidnapping case, and said these were necessary to help his court case. He was pressured to pay tens of thousands of dollars through online money transfer apps. The scammers said the money would be used to cover legal fees.
But that wasn't the real goal. The goal was the family. Eventually, scammers sent those fake hostage videos to the students' parents back in China, claiming their son had been kidnapped and demanding a ransom.
Imagine receiving that as a parent, your child alone overseas, and a video of them looking terrified, saying things they were forced to say. It's psychological warfare.
Thankfully, the family grew suspicious and contacted local police in Canada. Burnaby RCMP checked on the student, confirmed he was safe, but they discovered something else. The scammers had manipulated him into going into hiding, cutting off contact with everyone so the kidnapping would appear real.
This is why police call it a virtual kidnapping, because no one is physically taken. The kidnapping exists only through coercion and fear, and it works. These scams have become increasingly common in Canada, Australia, the US, and Europe, often targeting Asian students, using culturally specific threats and impersonating government officials from their home country.
So what can we learn from this? Virtual kidnappings rely on fear, isolation, and fast compliance. Here's what you can do to protect yourself and your family.
First, hang up immediately if someone claims to be foreign police, prosecutors, or government agents. No legitimate agency conducts investigations by calling students overseas.
Second, never make hostage-style videos, send personal images, or prove your innocence on camera. These are classic tactics used in virtual kidnapping schemes.
Third, always verify independently. If a call claims to involve law enforcement, call your local police directly. Call your embassy or consulate. Do not use phone numbers provided by the caller.
Fourth, talk to someone immediately. Scammers isolate victims on purpose. The moment you feel pressured or threatened, reach out to a friend, family member, or school official.
Fifth, warn international students and families. These scams specifically target people who may not be familiar with local law enforcement procedures.
So that's today's story, the Burnaby virtual kidnapping. A chilling reminder that fear can be weaponized, and even without a real kidnapping, the emotional damage and financial loss can be devastating.
Next time on the Guardianly podcast, we'll explore another real-life case. A different scheme, different tactics, but the same lesson. Scammers are out there, and awareness is your best protection.
Thanks for joining us today. If this story resonated with you, Share this episode with someone you care about. The more people we reach, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed.
Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and remember, Guardianly is here to protect your calls, your connections, and your peace of mind.